it's like a Tuesday morning. And it's just me and my friend Capone sitting waiting for our phones to ring because he's a full-time crack dealer and I'm a full-time weed dealer. But I call him self-titled Capone because his reflection is a bullshitter and he consequently is a delusional. And his phone ended up ringing first with his poison slinging ass. But I don't even take it personal. I mean, he's selling good old-fashioned crack cocaine. Why wouldn't he get the first phone call? But I guess it's my lucky day because it's his cousin on the line and his cousin needs a 20 bag of weed or something. And that's when self-titled turns to me and discreetly refers me to a business contact he can't satisfy. Hey, you got some smoke? Wow. We'll be there in 15 minutes, man. So let's fast forward to self-titled and I sitting outside of his cousin's house. He got us all crashed up on this snow pile on the corner because his 93 convertible LeBaron doesn't have any damn brakes. Self-titled Capone insists on taking the weed in by himself because just like everybody else around the way, not only is he a self-proclaimed gangster, he also moonlights as self-characterized Pablo Escobar. So 3.5 grams of the shittiest weed we've all ever seen is gonna be sold at the same level of scrutiny as 10 kilograms of pure cocaine. I sit in the car for about 20 minutes before self-titled comes back out. First thing he does when he gets back in the car is give me my bag of weed back. Says his cousin is dissatisfied with the quality. That means he tried to pinch his cousin's bag or his middleman fee was just too goddamn high. Either way, I'm not getting into this shit right now. Just get me home. So we out. We go up about 2 blocks and come to this intersection. And we see a newer model Expedition parked illegally like right on the corner. But this truck had a couple characteristics that made us a bit uncomfortable. Limousine tint in the windows and the Pennsylvania crest on the front license plate. Yeah, I know, man. Oh, shit. So we take a left at that intersection. And while we drive down the street, I keep checking to see if that Expedition is gonna follow us. But completely and magically out of nowhere, a green Cadillac pops up right on our ass, with 2 Mexican-looking guys inside of it looking like they're pretty damn mad at us. This in turn enrages self-titled Capone, and he wants to whip some ass just like any gangster would. Fast forward to he and I sliding into a snow pile so he can stop to go do so. So now the car is completely stopped, and self-titled flings the door open to go hand out nothing but fades. But this is when he realized he fucked up, because we look back to see that these 2 dudes ain't even Mexican. It's 2 tall-ass white guys in black leather trench coats and black beanie hats. Both guys holding guns down the side of their leg as they speed walk directly to self-titled side of the car. And that's when he went from stepping out of the car to stepping right the fuck back in. He puts that piece of shit in drive immediately. But where you going sitting on a pile of snow that's sitting on a pile of ice? We ain't doing shit but spinning out and kicking snow all over the damn place. Perfect time for these dudes to kill the living shit out of us now. But nope, they just turn around and start casually walking back to the Cadillac. Luckily, we finally break free. Free from the snow, to be specific. We bangs a left and then another left. Capone driving erratically as fuck. Then he ran over a goddamn one-way sign. We stuck again, nigga. Goddamn, what the fuck is you doing? Here we go again with this spinning out and kicking slush around bullshit. And look at these 2 niggas. They ain't worried about a goddamn thing. And that's when it hit me. Man, we in a slow speed chase with the law. As soon as that thought enters my mind, Capone finally gets the car moving. Now he going all Pirates of the Caribbean on the steering wheel. Hey, Jack Sparrow, I'm pretty sure that's the cops behind us. It might be a good idea to stop so those 2 guys back there don't, like, justifiably murder us. Yeah, right, what you mean? The one guy's holding up a gold badge and a gold chain in the windshield. That's what I mean. As soon as I said the word badges, Capone put his arm down the crack of his ass about elbow deep. Then his hand came up, holding what appeared to be a bag of dope. And in one swift move, he opened his door like he about to make a run for it. Then he take a step down on the ground while the car's still moving. He drops the dope down on his instep, shuts the door back closed, and looked back over at me like, yeah, nigga, certified criminal. I gotta admit, that was flawless execution. Hell yeah, I see you riding with me. That's what I'm talking about. I'm thinking to myself, nigga, weed dealers don't go through this type of shit. If you had some brakes to stop this piece of shit, I'd be running for my life. Hey man, considering the Expedition in the Cadillac, I'm pretty sure we've been triangulated down to the circumference of our ball sacks. So why don't we just stop? So bam, we slide straight into a snow pile. I look back and can see that the green Cadillac is slowly pulling up next to us. But to our utter disbelief, they don't even stop. They just drive right past us like we ain't even there. See, man, they was just fucking with us. They ain't got nothing on me. As Capone begins to describe how stealthy of a dope dealer he is, that mysterious expedition that was parked illegally on the corner pulls up right next to it. Capone saw the fear in my eyes and quickly turned his head to see what the hell I was looking at. Now he finds himself face to face with 5 or 6 extremely irate police officers aiming 5 or 6 extremely large firearms directly at his eyeballs. And they all unnecessarily screaming and yelling at the top of their lungs for Capone to open the goddamn door. Capone is understandably scared to death and opens his door exactly how these assholes told him to. But before he can even open it all the way, the cop that's in the front passenger seat hops out and kicks his door right back closed, only to open it back up and pistol whip Capone right in his face. And from there, he grabs Capone by the collar and proceeds to throw him in the middle of the street. At the feet of 5 plainclothes cops that begin to whoop Self-Titled's ass instinctively and in unison. All I could see out of my peripheral was the flying elbows of like 5 or 6 police. So I close my eyes, clench all my muscles and make a wish, because I know I'm about to get trashed. But I got lucky. Just some old guy pulls me out and makes me put my hands on the roof of the car. When I do this, I can see clearly in the background that they're still whooping Self-Titled Capone's ass. And I might have been delusional from the trauma, but I swear I saw one of them jump off the back bumper and RKO the shit out of him. Shit was pathetic. Like, how'd they get so good at wrestling? So they continue to trash him for like 10 more seconds before they decide to let him up. Then I remember they picked his hat up off the ground, dusted the snow off of it on his chest, put it back on his head all crooked, and politely asked him, "Now where's the meth, Capone?" Where's the what? Come on, don't play dumb with me. You know what the fuck I mean, Capone? I'm talking ice, Arizona glass, Tucson turkey. Sir, with all due respect for you and your guys' principles of detection, y'all know just like I know, niggas don't sell that shit. Got himself a good goddamn point there. Wait, hold on. Are you trying to assert that due to your dark complexion and inner city address that I'm a goddamn idiot for thinking that you might be involved in the methamphetamine rackets? Yeah. Now that I say it out loud, it does make a lot of sense. All right, guys, this is a complete shit show. Let's get the hell out of here. As for you two guys, go ahead and try to enjoy the rest of your day as much as you can. Everything's all good here, and don't let me catch you driving that piece of shit over there. It's not inspected. Then they just casually leave the scene in their unmarked cars using like turning signals and shit. And now we just gotta walk our ass home. All up, but it's cool because we free, right? And we get to my place and we're not even there for more than an hour before he gets a phone call from his wife talking about, "Baby, don't come home. All the police in the world is down the street. We about to get raided. Run!" And that's when we find out why a $20 weed sale led to a legendary ass whooping on a Tuesday morning from a few of our heroes over there at the Erie Police Department.
Subscribe, motherfuckers.
Keep watching for part 2.
So it's moments after the total annihilation of Self-Titled Capone via peace officer, and we're back in my apartment mending our wounds. Well, I mean, Self-Titled's mending his wounds because didn't shit happen to me. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't even know why they whooped his ass and not mine. Wait, you know, let me stop lying. I know exactly why they ain't whooped my ass. It's because I'm not out here slinging Eastside dope. So just as Capone was about to unpack why he ain't deserve all these contusions and lacerations, even though he sells poison 7 days a week, including holidays, he gets a phone call. He answered the phone with the assumption that it's one of his clients looking to acquire some of the aforementioned poison. And seeing that most dope boys love to demonstrate their participation in and exploitation of hopelessness and despair, Self-Titled arrogantly sets the call on speaker. But to his surprise and mine, it ain't even some poor soul on the line suffering through the perils of drug addiction. It's his future co-defendant. And he trying to play it off all cool like he ain't have a military boot on his forehead 30 minutes ago. "Hey, baby, what's going on?" And then that's when she dropped the bomb. "We about to get raided. Run!" What?
I was so damn scared hearing that, it would have been A-okay to call me Suzanne, because I definitely turned into
I
it.
was transported into a state contrary to my gender role.
So I look over to self-titled for some type of guidance since Dope Boy's supposed to be the gangsters. But hell no, man, Capone looked like he was about to throw up and then immediately shit. Mind you, self-titled is a legitimately dark-skinned broham, but still somehow managed to turn into a deep shade of green. Guess the weed man's gonna have to save himself. So I frantically start hitting all my stash spots. And by all, I mean like 2. What do you expect? I'm the weed man. I'm getting like satellite cable technician money at best. At that point in time, my favorite spot to hide money was in dirty dishwater. And my favorite spot to hide the trees was in the middle of the floor under some dirty ass clothes. A life pro tip, spread some peanut butter all on some drawers and set it right on top of a pile of clothes. Jack boys ain't touching that shit, trust me. Win, lose, or draw, gathering all the smoke was the best plan I could come up with. And now that I've done that, I'm just standing in front of my refrigerator in a clinical state of panic until common sense appeared in my kitchen as an animated rendition of Earth. Hey, Earth to dumbass. 1, the house is surrounded by cops. 2, weed just can't disappear on its own. And 3, you ain't a goddamn. And what am I gonna do about it? Fuck it. If these law turkeys want it, they gonna have to get on their hands and knees and pick it up off the goddamn floor. Yeah, that's my thumb straight up the law's ass. Then I hear Capone shouting at me from the living room. What the hell are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing? I'm trying to get this weed out of these bags, so when the cops get up here, they each getting a thumb. Direct. Yo, Einstein, not about to raid your house. They're about to raid my house. Oh, word? For real? Yeah, man, for real. Oh, damn. That's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. I feel so bad for what you and your family are going through. Now I must go into my room for a moment because the sadness I'm experiencing right now is overwhelming me. I get done celebrating my freedom and come sit down to the stench of self-titled's likely incarceration. Hey man, I think you said they're not raiding me, but raiding you? Man, what the hell is up with the glow sticks on your neck and the strobe lights coming from your bedroom? I read a study one time that said rapidly blinking lights helps to suppress tears and immense sadness. So along with the adrenaline wearing off, so is my level of giving a good goddamn. Now I gotta sit here and feign concern for this man, and all I really want to do is take a nap. Because mentally I'm already back to my cushy, low-risk life as the weed man and got better shit to do with my time like REM sleep. And I know I might sound like half a sociopath for thinking like that, but please, hear me out. There is historical context as to why guys who sell weed generally don't give a shit about the downfall of a dope boy. They not only look down on us like we're poor, but because the weed man typically doesn't end up in prison for a third of his life, they also look at us like we some mark-ass bitches. Hey, nephew, you got one of them 20 bags on you? Sure do. Coming right up, sir. Okay, cool. But would you happen to have change for this spare $13,000 I just happen to have in my pocket? You little bum ass nigga. Sell a real drug, you textbook pussy. I swear you guys are the biggest assholes. They just always got this condescending and resentful energy towards us. So when these jerks eventually go down, what reason would they have given us to give a flying or floating fuck about it? When precisely 1% of our feelings towards it is like, damn, that's messed up. Another brother lost to the useless and never-ending war on drugs. While the other 99% is like, ha! That's what your diabolical ass get for selling poison. Who's the poor ass, mark ass bitch now? See you in no less than a decade, dirtbag. Capone could sure use some strobe light therapy because his ass is borderline hysterical. Now, according to his wife, the coppers got the streets in front of his house blocked from both sides. But I found that to make not a shred of sense whatsoever. Hey, Capone. What, man? If the cops need to surprise you to successfully raid you, or anyone for that matter, then why would the cops be sitting down the street basically letting you know you're about to get raided? Probably because they figure I'm a multi-kilo dealer and I can't just hurry up and flush no kilos Down the toilet? Get the hell out of here, self. Your plug's plug don't even have half a kilo. He got pretty damn offended by me saying that, and just as he's about to get into some rant about how his wrist can turn a 9 into a 36, whatever the hell that means, his wife starts screaming through the phone. Oh my God, they coming straight to the house. I fucking hate you, bitch. That sent Capone into a clinical state of panic. Mix that with her snot bubble cries, think I might finally be feeling bad for him. And also, what the hell should I order for lunch? I'm going to jail. You gotta remember, you ain't got no priors. Told you she was gonna be his co-defendant, didn't I? Oh my God, Cornelius, stay in front of the house. Stay in a big white truck. This nigga's name is Cornelius. A white truck? They sending SWAT on a boss. Okay, baby, I need you to get naked, lay down on the ground, and start singing some Sam Cooke, cause they just might kablam your black ass. Okay, they getting out the truck and your wife getting naked in front of a window. Excellent job, baby, you doing great. Wait, baby, hold on. It's not the police. It's a bunch of beekeepers. Stop playing with me. The fuck is a beekeeper anyway? The truck say Hazmat. Me and Capone's eyes instantly shoot wide open. All I'm thinking is, ain't no way his dope dealing ass is this lucky. Baby, you 100% sure the side of that truck says Hazmat? Yes, Cornelius, nice to know you think you married some illiterate bitch. Capone completely ignored that ratchet bullshit and immediately started celebrating. Do you know what this means, bro? Do you know what this means? Man, of course I know what this means. Bring it in, you lucky son of an absentee. And that's when we came together and executed an aesthetically incorrect Walter Payton high five. Hazardous materials! Unless y'all got some of that Tucson turkey in the oven, you should be in the clear. So yeah, we went through all this tribulation just to find out that they ain't even raiding Capone's house. They raiding his crazy ass neighbor, Danny's house, who happens to be out on bond for what, you might ask? Yes, the deliberate manufacture of methamphetamines. And evidently, Danny felt like operating a meth lab in his living room would be the best way to make use of his court-appointed freedom before trial. So instead of the cops kicking down Self-Titled's door and seeing all his wife's secrets needlessly on display, they kicked down Danny's door instead. And after a brief chase through Danny's house, the vice unit finally got his malignant ass and delivered a beating that was equally impressive or even more impressive than a beating Self-Titled suffered not even an hour ago. Man, they was using karate kicks, arm bars, two-man leg drops, pimp slaps, clotheslines. They didn't give a fuck. Because in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the hammer of justice swings blindly and without predilection. Psych, motorbike. Yeah, go ahead and rewind that shit. And take note of the Scandinavian elbows and the lactescent hue of his freckled Celtic skin. When you get arrested, that's like having a coupon and a 15% member discount. So instead of getting thrown headfirst into a cop car, this top 5 threat to society got hoisted into an ambulance. Gently. Talking about his chemical scars technically made him a burn victim. Yeah, alright. But I really need to stop whining, because at least the occupiers is getting the hell out of there. And from the looks of things, Capone and I get to keep our jobs. He gets to go back to slinging Eastside dope in the warmth of a good woman's embrace. And I get to go back to, God damn it, I forgot. I gotta get this weed off this crummy ass floor and still sell it to the public as if it never left the bag.
Keep watching for the epilogue.
Now, when you've chosen a profession like selling weed, coke, heroin, meth, or whatever, and you have a run-in with the vice unit that doesn't result in death, loss of product, health, or freedom, you gotta realize that that's a damn good day at the job. So I don't want to come off as being unappreciative by wondering, how in the shit do Self-Titled and I get in a slow speed chase with detectives, get yanked out the car by Vice, then Capone's next door neighbor gets raided, all within a matter of a few hours, and none of this shit is connected? It's a unique sequence of events, right? I was gonna let that shit go until I got a call from Capone. Yeah, man, what? Yo, get up here, man. Danny's raid about to be on the news. I don't give a shit. I'm staying home. Come on, man. I need a half a zip, too. Yo, hello? G. This is Lou Baxter reporting for Channel 1 News.
Capone, that's the same cop that pulled me out the whip, man.
Lieutenant, can you tell us what happened here tonight?
After we entered the domicile, detectives found a fully operational meth lab, approximately 1.5 pounds of crystal methamphetamine, 4 ounces of drywall packaged to appear as if it were cocaine, and 2 firearms small enough to fit in the 5th pocket of these here Wranglers.
Damn!
Damn is right. If he would have just kept it at cooking meth, he would have been looking at 10 to 20. But taking the fake dope and the firearms into account, he's gonna be looking at a life sentence. Why you looking all weird, man?
Cornelius opened up his Lieutenant Elroy, and nah, you ain't in no trouble.
What? I'd like to apologize for the melee that occurred earlier today. We was instructed to follow anybody coming out of Danny's house, and we thought we saw you coming out of there, but upon reviewing the surveillance footage, that wasn't the case. I guess we was just sitting at a bad angle. That's really all that's to it. But once again, we're sorry.
So you telling me I got my ass whooped over a bad angle? I'm filing a civil suit because this is bullshit.
Now, you'd be well within your right to do that, but if you could find it in your heart to overlook the fact that we basically whooped your ass for no goddamn reason, I could find it in my heart to overlook the fact that we found your fingerprints all over them bags of fake dope and all over them guns we found over there at Dana's house. So, Cornelius, do we got ourselves a deal?
No, you ain't got yourself a deal. You got yourself a goddamn deal.
Put her there, Lieutenant.
You have yourself a fine evening, Cornelius.
You selling fake dope, man? I told you your plug ain't got shit.